If you're enjoying this instructional content, do me a solid. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. All right, guys, the common tendency that we're gonna be talking about today is people who tend to do too much on their push dink. Generally, too much extension, too much swing, too much commitment. Know that if you're looking to be offensive with that push dink, it's not so much pace you're looking for. It's more so, putting the ball in uncomfortable spots, forcing your opponent to feel indecisive on if they should take it out of the air, take a step back. But I think a general common tendency is that people try to almost hit it like a full ground stroke, or they really try to do a lot of damage by over swinging. So I think take out the idea that pace is the answer and implement a whole new view on the push dink and think about putting the ball to uncomfortable spots and forcing them to feel indecisive. But from a technical standpoint, I think two main things that I think about or that I talk about as I'm hitting the push dink is staying on this level plane. If I'm standing in water up to my hips, I'm thinking about keeping the paddle above the water. But as I keep the paddle above the water, my elbow's staying nice and tucked in, and I'm keeping the overall shape or swing inside my hips. If there was a ball in my armpit, same idea. I have to keep that ball in there.
Yeah, I think the other thing to really make sure is when we're executing the push dink, we're waiting for the ball to sit up at the apex. If we take it right off the bounce, it's not gonna work out. Remember, the push dink, it's all about the trajectory. It's a little bit more linear. This is why we normally take this ball cross court.
Keep in mind that as you're hitting your push dink, that you're stable, that you're in the correct location, and that the ball is above yellow. But there is plenty of advantage with using the push dink. Just keep in mind that less is more, and you're more focused on location than pace.
And I think the intent behind it is really important to wrap your head around. When we think about the lift dinks, we're really trying to outlast our opponents, put one more ball in play. With the push dinks, we're taking a little bit more risk. We're acknowledging that, but we're trying to earn the pop-up, right? So we're taking some risk to earn the pop-up to put away the next shot.
I think from a positioning standpoint, your court position and your overall lane should be inside the kitchen a little bit. Why? Just like what Kyle said, anytime that we're looking to be more offensive with our dinking, we're thinking, hey, this ball may pop up 4 or 5 more inches so I can take it out of the air. So not only are you using the intent of hitting a push dink, but you're thinking, hey, can I take the next one out of the air by leaning in? So don't be afraid to add that extra cherry on top and keep leaning in off your push dink. Okay, guys, first drill here. Coach Kyle is going to be acting as a teacher. I'm going to act as a student. We're going to be on both the forehand and the backhand side. Starting out on the forehand side, though, I'm going to do a drop and hit push dink with a ball in my armpit. Great drill for me to focus on, obviously, keeping the technique inside the hips. If there's a clock in front of me on the forehand side, I'm starting at 3, finishing at 9. And not only am I working on the technique here, but I'm getting comfortable with trying to aim towards that indecision area, forcing my opponent to feel indecisive on if they should take it out of the air, take a step back. But, not only am I working on the technique, but I'm looking at the ball trajectory and I'm trying to find the correct location that's going to force my opponent to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think most of the time the target here is probably close to maybe a foot in front of the kitchen line. You want your opponents to really struggle with making that decision instantly of, do they take it out of the air as a volley dink, or are they overreaching to where they're better off taking a step back and taking it off the bounce? It's very challenging, even at the highest levels, of making that decision correctly every single time when you're continually putting that ball in an uncomfortable position for them.
If you're uncomfortable with having the ball in your armpit, you can let the ball go and just really focus on trying to exaggerate a ball being inside your armpit and staying nice and tight. Okay, ready here? I'm gonna hit 10 push dinks, whether they're with topspin or whether they're with slice, okay? Whatever's more comfortable for me. Dropping and hitting, waiting for the apex, and then I'm pushing. Very good, again. Dropping and hitting, waiting for the apex, and then pushing. Very good. And I can alternate feet if I want. Okay, apex and push, good. I'm gonna try to go a little softer, a little shorter. Again. Ready here, a little top spin. There we go, good, I like it. There's the ticket. Good, there we go, again. Same one here. Good. I know that I'm doing my job if I see ball trajectory off of his lifting. For sure. I know that I'm doing my job there. There we go, that's it. Beautiful, let's go same thing, other side. Okay, same thing here. I got my 10 on the forehand side, now I'm getting 10 on the backhand side. Drop and hit, apex. Very good. Again, drop and hit, apex. Again, Drop and hit, apex. Okay, now I'm gonna take the ball out just because I feel really comfortable and I understand that the arm has to be tucked in here. Same idea. I'm just gonna replicate the ball being inside my armpit. Drop and hit. There we go, beautiful, good, good. See how Kyle's giving himself time? He's not getting too extended. Anytime he feels like he's getting here, he's taking a little step back, beautiful.
Yep.
And he's using that other foot as an anchor.
And remember guys, the cue for when we're overextended, a good indicator is if our arm's totally locked, right? We always want to keep some bend in that elbow. So if we have to lock our arm to take it out of the air, we're probably better off taking a step back and playing it as a half volley.
Okay. As I'm on this side, if I like using my forehand, I can do the same thing and just utilize my forehand.
Sure. Ready
Here. If I want to implement some forehands and work my feet around it, I can. You know, I'm still keeping that theme of being offensive. Beautiful.
Okay guys, so the game that we're gonna work on here, we're gonna start by having distinctive roles each time we play the game. So I'm either going to be the lift dinker or the push dinker. We're gonna line up cross court, we're gonna play the points out. The pusher, remember, has the option to push. If it's not the right ball, if they don't have sly, stability, location, and in yellow or higher, they can go ahead and lift and wait for another ball. The other element to this is the push dinker can also do a speed up attack as well. So we're gonna play the points out, we're gonna alternate every two. When you're the lifter, you've got the handcuffs on. You're either gonna lift or you're gonna reset until they possibly put one a little bit too high, and then you can go ahead and attack. Once the attack is made by the pusher, the point is live. Okay guys, so getting started here, I'm gonna go ahead and start out as the lifter. Tyson is going to be the pusher. He's waiting for the right ball to execute the push dink or the speed up attack. Now the only time that I can implement some offense, I guess there's two occasions. As the lifter, if Tyson is attempting a push dink that he leaves up a little bit high, if it's out of the air, I can make him pay for that. The other time that I can implement some offense as the lifter is, let's say Tyson attacks me, I reset it, the point is still going. At that point, the point is live. I can choose to attack then because Tyson has already used his first attack. Okay, all right, zeros.
And you are the attacker, correct?
I'm the lifter, you're the attacker.
Okay, here we go. I'm looking to push, give myself plenty of time.
Looking to use more height.
Looking to push. Sorry. Play it out.
Tyson got a little nice.
Oh gosh.
Bring in the two. I'm trying the two. All right, so 1-0. I'm still the lifter, Tyson's the attacker. Here we go. Oh, I got baited.
Okay, very good.
Good ball. Okay, ones. Gonna switch roles here.
So as I was pushing there, I was waiting for a pop-up. I was leaning in a bit more, you know, really looking to capitalize off of that push dink. Changing roles here, correct?
Okay, yep. So 1-1, I'm gonna be the pusher now. All right. Did that go around or was that over?
I was over, yeah.
Okay, all right,
I was not ready for
I'm taking
that
it.
aggressive of a dink.
All right, 2-1.
Man, oh man.
You know me. Wow, I was there.
You were there.
Okay, twos.
Okay, switching roles. I am the pusher. Coach Kyle is the lifter.
Oh, too good.
Okay. 32.
2-3, I'm still the lifter. Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you.
2-4, I'm
Pushing
going to
that
be the
baby.
pusher now.
Here
That
we
was
go.
nice. A little wide. All right, 2-5.
And something to add into these cross-court games, anytime you get pulled out of position and you're able to see a slice of the pie, which is an ATP that you can go around, always look to hit the ATP there.
So yeah, absolutely. If I, as the pusher, am continually going wide, wider, just know that will be a great opportunity to work on waiting a little bit longer, letting the ball get lower, and going around the post. That's totally alive.
Yep.
Point counts.
Just keep in mind, you can capitalize on the ATP in any sort of cross-court game.
Okay,
here we go.
2-5, I'm the pusher for one more. Good gosh. Ooh, all right, switch. 2-6.
Yep, change roles.
I'll be the lifter.
Okay. And I'm waiting for the right ball. Okay, very good. I like it. Good stuff. Also, too, keep in mind that, you know, after you've played on the right side going cross court, you can also play on the left side as well. So just keep in mind that as we're doing these cross court games, obviously you can play on both ways, and keep in mind the skill set on both sides, from the attacking side and the counter side. And then also, too, keep in mind that if you get pulled out of position, whether you're attacker or the counter attacker, you have the ability to hit the ATP.
And we want to work on our discipline here, guys. So remember that when you are the attacker or the pusher, just remember it doesn't mean you're going to do a push dink every single time. It means you have the option to do so. So make sure we're still waiting for the right ball to execute that push dink or speed up. But if our opponent plays something that makes us uncomfortable, it's okay to lift for a 1 or 2 and wait for the right ball.